Jai Shishi Guru Gauranga Gandharvika Giridhari Shishi Radha Vinod Bihari Ju Ki Jai Shri Govinda Gopinath Maran Mohan Ju Ki Jai Nityalila Pravishtam Vishnupar Ashtatarashata Shishmar Bhakti Vedanta Narayan Gosvāmī Mahārāja Śrīla Gurudeva Ki Jai Nityalila Pravishta Vishnupar Ashtatarashata Shishmar Bhaktivedānta Vāmana Gosvāmī Mahārāja Ki Jai Tadiya Shubha Tiravav Titi Ki Jai Nityalila Pravishtam Vishnupar Ashtatarashata Shishmar Bhaktivedānta Swami Mahārāja Bhaktivedānta Trivikram Gosvāmī Mahārāja Ki Jai Tadiya Shubha Tiravav Titi Ki Jai Nityalila Pravishtam Vishnupar Ashtatarashata Shishmar Bhaktivedānta Swami Mahārāja Śrīla Prabhupada Ki Jai Nityalila Pravishtam Vishnupad Ashtatarashata Shishmar Bhakti Pragyan Keshav Gosvāmī Mahārāja Ki Jai Śrīla Param Gurudev Ki Jai Nityalila Pravishtam Vishnupad Ashtatarashata Shishmar Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Gosvāmī Prabhupada Ki Jai Jai Śrīla Prabhupada Parikar Vrinda Ki Jai Nityalila Pravishta Maha Bhagavat Śrīla Gaur Kishoras Babaji Maharaj Ki Jai Shri Rupa Jai Nityalila Pravishta Śrīla Satchidananda Bhakti Vinod Thakur Ki Jai Nityalila Pravishta Vaishnav Sarvabhauma Śrīla Jagannath Das Babaji Maharaj Ki Jai Shri Rupa Nugagorya Guru Varga Ki Jai Shri Rupa Sanatan Bhatta Raghunath Shri Jeev Gopal Bhattadasa Raghunath Shar Gosai Prabhu Ki Jai Shri Sarup Damodar Rai Ramanandari Shri Gaur Parshad Vrinda Ki Jai Namachay Śrīla Haridas Thakur Ki Jai प्रेम से कहो श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासरी गौर भक्त वृंद की जाय श्री क्षेत्र मंडल गौरमंडल व्रजमंडल मथुरा वृंदावन धाम की जाय सर्व अभिष्ट प्रदात गिरिराज महाराज की जाय श्री राधा कुंद श्याम कुंड की जाय श्री मुन देवी गंगा देवी की जाय श्री तुलसी महारानी वृंद देवी की जाय श्री भक्ति देवी की जय श्री पूर्णमासी योगमाया की जय श्री गोपेश्वर महादेव की जय श्री कार्तिक व्रत नियम सेवा की जय ऊर्ज व्रत की जय दामोदर व्रत की जय ऊर्जेश्वरी रसेश्वरी श्री विश्वपानुनंदिनी श्रीमती राधा ठाकुरानी की जय श्री यशोदा दामोदर की जय श्री राधा दामोदर की जय श्री हरिनाम संकीर्तन की जय अनंत कोटि वैष्णव वृंद की जय समागत गौर भक्त वृंद की जय Shri Nitai Gaur Premanande Hari Hari Bo. Hare Krishna. Dandavat pranams everybody. On Zoom there's Seline Jagbandhan and Kishore Krishna Prabhu. And on YouTube and Facebook, well, I don't see anybody on Facebook, but on YouTube there's Raseshwari Mataji, Karuna Didi, Prajumna Prabhu, and Mantramurti Mataji. Pranams to all of you. So we are continuing our reading from this book here, A True Servant, A True Master. Yesterday morning, at this time, we read my Śrīla Gurudev's glorification of Śrīla Vāmana Gosvāmī Mahārāja. And then in the evening time, we read a section from the appendix here, how Śrīla Vāmana Gosvāmī Mahārāja is the full embodiment of the 26 qualities of a Vaishnava. That was very beautiful points in that. And now we're going to be reading about the sublime life and qualities of Śrīla Vāmana Gosvāmī Mahārāja. And it came originally from the beginning of Śrīla Bhaktivedānta Vāmana Gosvāmī Mahārājer, Prabandhāvalī, published by Devananda Gaudiya Math. So I'll share my screen and we can read that. And then also today is the disappearance day of Śrīla Bhaktivedānta Trivikram Gosvāmī Mahārāja. So I think afterwards we can read about Śrīla Trivikram Gosvāmī Mahārāja. There's a little booklet about him, and there's also a glorification of him by Gurudev in one of the Rays of the Harmonists. We'll figure out what to read. We'll see how much time is left when we finish this. Okay, so sharing screen. Oh, and remember yesterday I was mentioning, well, if you were here yesterday, I was mentioning that Srivas was going to be publishing an article that he translated by Śrīla Vāmana Gosvāmī Mahārāja and another article that he translated by Śrīla Trivikram Gosvāmī Mahārāja, so published for the first time. And yeah, so that's up now. So you can find that. It's bigdrum.us. Just showing right here. This is the one by Śrīla Gosvāmī Mahārāja. Conversation Between Two Friends, Part 1. And also this one. The atheist's call for peace is the audacity of a brittle mind. Okay. Anyways, you can check that out also. Okay. So let's... One second, let me close that. Oh, I haven't opened up the file. One second. Open recent, the Sublime Life and Qualities. There. Okay. The Sublime Life and Qualities of Nitya-lila Pravishta Om Vishnupad Śrīmad Bhaktivedānta Vāmana Gosvāmī Mahārāja, adapted from the introduction to Śrīmad Bhaktivedānta Vāmana Gosvāmī Mahārāja, Prabandhāvalī, published in 2006. Early life. Nitya-lila Pravishta Om Vishnupad Ashtotarashatashi Śrīmad Bhaktivedānta Vāmana Gosvāmī Mahārāja's sacred life and character reveals that he was a Mahapurush sent forth by Bhagavan. Some of his godbrothers are often heard saying to others, "All this time, we ourselves have not been able to truly know him. So how will you understand him?" As Sri Chaitanya Charitamrita Madhya Lila 194 says, "Aprakrita nahe kabu prakrita gochar." That which is supramundane is never accessible to the mundane. Obtaining the mercy of that embodiment of divine compassion is our only recourse. So just by reading right now, we're not going to be able to understand his glories. Even by reading Gurudev's glorification, or any glorification, we won't be able to understand his glories. It's only by mercy. By Śrīla Gurudev's mercy, the mercy of those who know him, and by his mercy as well. So obtaining the mercy of that embodiment of divine compassion is our only recourse. Śrīmad Bhaktivedānta Vāmana Gosvāmī Mahārāja appeared in this world on 23 December 1921, which was a Friday, and Krishna Navami Tithi, the 9th lunar day of the dark fortnight in the month of Posha, which ended up being the day that Śrīla Gurudev chose to enter Nitya Lila. He took birth in India's East Bengal in the district of Khulna, the modern-day Bagherhat district of Bangladesh, in the village of Piljang, to parents Shri Satish Chandra Ghosh Mahashaya and Srimati Bhagavati Bala Devi. He was named Shri Santosh, which means satisfied, and his audience, his darshan, his nature and behavior were truly very satisfying to everyone. So he was very aptly named. The spiritual atmosphere in which Shri Santosh was raised brimmed with the influences of pure Gaudiya Vaishnavism. His mother, Srimati Bhagavati Devi, was a disciple of Jagadguru Shri Śrīmad Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Prabhupada. Sorry. I have something stuck in my throat. One second, let me just try to get this out. Okay. His maternal aunt, Shri Yukta Nirmala Bala Bose, was widowed in her youth and lived at her father's home. She too was a disciple of Srila Prabhupada. As a boy, Santosh was very dear to his aunt. His only paternal uncle, Shri Virendra, was also initiated by Srila Prabhupada. Shri Virendra came to reside in Shri Chaitanya Mat in Mayapur, where he was known as Shri Virachandra Das Brahmachari. Later, he was known by the name Tridandi Swami Śrīmad Bhakti Kushal Narasingha Maharaj. Santosh's father took Shri Harinam and Diksha mantras from Jagadguru Śrīmad Bhakti Pragyan Keshav Goswami Maharaj in the year 1948. And Santosh's brothers also became disciples of Srila Bhakti Pragyan Keshav Goswami Maharaj, receiving the names Shri Nimai Charan Brahmachari and Shri Suvalsaka Das Adhikari. Okay, so one of his brothers remained a brahmachari and another brother got married, became Das Adhikari. Coming to Mayapur. From childhood, Sri Santosh was very calm, humble, loyal, and extremely bright. He had just graduated from the 5th grade when he came to know that some devotees from his village were going to participate in Shri Navadvip Dham Parikrama and Shri Gaura Jayanti. Feeling his eternal attraction to the holy Dham, he expressed his desire to go with them to Sri Mayapur. Since there was already a very spiritual atmosphere in the home, and on top of that, since they all adored Santosh, no one was going to forbid him from going. Moreover, the pilgrimage only lasted a few days. Santosh, little did they know. Santosh was therefore permitted to go to Sri Mayapur with his aunt, under the guidance of Sri Vishnupad Das Adhikari Bhakti Sindhu Prabhu, who served as an organizer for the pilgrims from their village. It was in the year 1931, and the boy Santosh was all of 9 years old. It was during this time that his uncle, Sri Virendra, left his job as a surveyor at the government survey office and took up residence at the Mat in Sri Mayapur. Santosh performed parikrama of all the 9 islands of Navadvip with his aunt and uncle, and continually heard Harikatha from Srila Saraswati Prabhupada and his disciples. He also came into the proximity of Sri Chaitanya Mat's magnanimous temple president, Srila Narahari Seva Vigraha Prabhu, popularly known as Ma, Mother, and the Mat's estate manager, and also Sri Vinod Bihari Kriti Ratna Prabhu, and he became the object of their profuse loving blessings. That year, on Sri Gaura Purnima Day, Srila Saraswati Prabhupada inaugurated Sri Bhaktivedānta Institute, which had been founded on the initiative of Sri Vinod Bihari Brahmachari Prabhu. Seeing all this, the boy Santosh quietly made a vow to not return to his home. Feeling he had found his own true place and his real guardians, there was no question in his mind of returning to an ordinary worldly life. Pursuit of the ultimate goal of life was his eternal inclination. To follow the associates of Sri Gaur was his dharma. At the end of the parikrama, when everyone was returning to their homes, the boy Santosh would not go. His aunt was thunderstruck. What to do? No matter how much she pleaded, how much she tried to reason with him, it was all in vain. He would not budge. Finally, his uncle Sri Virendra Prabhu took the boy's side and persuaded his sister to return home. Distressed at the news, his parents rushed to get him. However, the boy's resolve was as immovable as a mountain. Despite all their tears and anguish, nothing could sway him. Sri Virendra Prabhu consoled them. Santosh can stay here and go to school. A new secondary school has been started here, and he will be able to receive both spiritual and material education. You can come to visit from time to time and see him. He will not have any inconvenience here. Once he finishes his studies, I will convince him to go home. Which, of course, never happened. With these assurances and those of Sri Narahari Prabhu and Sri Vinod Bihari Prabhu, Santosh's parents were persuaded to let him stay there. So, this little boy Santosh was the first generation of classmates of students at Sri Thakur Bhaktivedānta Institute, right? He's one of the first students in that school. Going to school in Mayapur and serving the Vaishnavas. Hare Krishna Vidya Lala Sadidi. Okay, going to school in Mayapur and serving the Vaishnavas. Thus, the boy Santosh began to reside at Sri Chaitanya Mat with great delight and no desire to return to his hometown. Nothing could make him falter in his resolve for even a moment, not even missing his parents or his doting aunt. He did not seem to miss his friends or his toys or the pony he used to love to ride. He felt that Sri Gaurasundar's birthplace, Sri Mayapur, was his true home, and that Srila Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Prabhupada and his associates were his real family members. Sri Vinod Bihari Prabhu arranged for him to be enrolled in the Sri Bhaktivedānta Institute. There, his teachers quickly became very fond of him because his intellect was so sharp. He could memorize a textbook just by listening to it being read out aloud. He was a Shrutidar. Everyone was amazed. He could listen to Srila Prabhupada's Harikatha and repeat it word for word. Srila Prabhupada himself would become delighted to hear this charming boy repeat his lectures verbatim. Santosh thus quickly endeared himself to Srila Prabhupada and his learned disciples. The boy Santosh had another special quality, however, which was his sincere inclination to serve. It was because of this quality in particular that he won all their hearts. Every day, early in the morning during Brahma Muhurta, before anyone was awake, he would wake up with Srila Narahari Prabhu and perform a variety of services incognito in a very beautiful manner. These services ranged from cleaning the toilets, picking flowers from the garden, cutting and preparing vegetables, cleaning the sannyasis and brahmacharis' rooms, washing their clothes, hanging the clothes to dry, and later folding and delivering them to their owners, refilling the pots of drinking water in all the rooms, polishing the achman cups, and so on. There was not a sannyasi or brahmachari who lived in Sri Chaitanya Mat during that time that he did not serve. I just want to read another thing. Like it was mentioning, the services ranged from cleaning the toilets, picking flowers. I want to read about his cleaning the toilets. I posted this. We sent it out on Rays of the Harmonist, but I also posted it on Vine of Devotion, my website. Let me just find it. I'll read a little excerpt about that. Where is it? 1 second. I think it is. It's here in Titikata. Show more. 1 second. No, where is it? There it is. I made this post. Sri Vinod Bihari Prabhu's Santosh. See, look, there's little Sajan. No, there's little Santosh. He must have been 8 or 9 in this picture, because this is when he was still at his home. Okay, so let's read this. I love this. So we read this yesterday already, but I'm just going to read a little bit. Oops. So Gurudev, this is Gurudev speaking. Gurudev said, Guru Mahārāja, that's Śrīla Bhaktivedānta Keshav Gosvāmī Mahārāja, was like his father. And Sri Narahari Prabhu, known as the mother of the Gaudiya Mat, raised and nurtured him. Even if some of the boys wet their beds at night, Narahari Prabhu would clean it up. He'd make sure they all got to bed on time, and then he would wake them up in the morning and bring them to Mangalarati. He fed them and taught them how to read and write. He took care of everyone very lovingly. That is why there were so many people in the Mat back then. People will only be attracted to Guru if he gives them more love than they receive from their families and the rest of the world. Therefore, Guru has to be loving like this. Then he can attract everyone. And so then coming to Mayapur and serving the Vaishnavas. Oh, we already read this. Wait, that's not what I'm looking for. Okay, this. This is a memory from Shripad B.V. Siddhanti Maharaj of Devananda Gaudiya Math. Not our Siddhanti Maharaj, a different Siddhanti Maharaj. Okay, so there's Narahari Seva Vigraha Prabhu. An example of how to conquer the hearts of Guru and Vaishnavas is seen in the life of Srila Guru Maharaj, Srila Vāmana Gosvāmī Mahārāja. Every day at midnight, Narahari Seva Vigraha Prabhu would awaken the Sevak Santosh from his sleep. Okay, every day at midnight. In Srila Guru Maharaja's words, so this is Srila Vāmana Gosvāmī Mahārāja, I would be quietly and gently shaken awake, and I'd understand that Narahari Prabhu had come. Immediately rising from bed, I would put on a gamcha and follow behind him to the many toilets, one toilet after another. Narahari Prabhu would hold the torch, and I would take a broom and a bucket of water and clean each toilet. At that time, there was a latrine pit system. They didn't have a whole septic system like that. No, they just had a pit. There's a pit system. I used to empty the toilet pit filled from the previous day and throw all the stool to the designated place far away, cover it with dirt, and return. So he used to take all the stool of all the Matvasis. He used to take it on it, and bring it a far distance away and dump it like that. Then, after taking bath, I would rest a little. This was my daily service, and I would do it before all the Vaishnavas arose. The special type, and then Siddhanti Maharaj continues, the special type of Guru Seva performed by Srila Narottam Thakur was performed by our Guru Maharaj daily during the time he lived in Sri Chaitanya Math. Yeah, it is. Isn't it so beautiful? Seline Jagabandhan. Okay, so so there is not a sannyasi or brahmachari who lived in Sri Chaitanya Math during that time that he did not serve. It was this wholehearted and remarkable propensity for service that Srila Prabhupada and the bearers of his divine message, his disciples, recognized as an indication of Santosha's eternal nature. It was this that made them count him as one of their own. Srila Prabhupada was very pleased to see the sincere service tendency of this little boy and the fact that he had memorized Gita and Vedanta Sutra in their entirety. When Srila Prabhupada was in Mayapur, Santosh would always be around him. He would wash Srila Prabhupada's clothes, massage his feet, pick fresh green chickpeas from the garden, shell them, and offer them to Srila Prabhupada. In August of 1936, Srila Prabhupada, being pleased with Sri Santosh, granted him Harinam Mahamantra. Srila Vāmana Gosvāmī Mahārāja would sometimes say, I was possibly the last person to receive Harinam from Srila Prabhupada. But even then, we read yesterday, in the evening reading, we read here, you have only one Param Gurudev, not two. We read this beautiful excerpt from Srila Tapasvi Mahārāja's offering to Srila Vāmana Gosvāmī Mahārāja, telling in detail the whole, when he was asking Srila Vāmana Gosvāmī Mahārāja, we have two Param Gurudevs, right? And Srila Vāmana Gosvāmī Mahārāja said, what do you mean? Who's the second Param Gurudev? And then, anyways, after that, Srila Vāmana Gosvāmī Mahārāja explained, it happened when our press, I'm not going to read the whole thing, I'm just going to read this one paragraph. It happened when our press, Gauranga Printing Works, shifted from Kolkata to Udharan Gaudiya Math in Chunchura. One day I was working at a desk, absorbed in preparing an article for printing. Nearby, Guru Maharaj was resting on his easy chair. There was no one else present. Suddenly, I heard Guru Maharaj say, "Oh Guru Bhai." Hearing this, I wondered, let me see which of Guru Maharaja's Guru Bhai, which one of his godbrothers he is calling for. I will first call for him and then resume my work. Thinking like this, I asked Guru Maharaj, who has come, Gurudev? Who are you calling? No one else is here, he said. I am calling you. Surprised, I asked, am I your Guru Bhai? Why not, he replied. You have received Harinam from Prabhupada, so you are indeed Prabhupada's disciple. Hearing these words deeply pains me. I said, it may be that I received Harinam from Prabhupada, but I am not his disciple. You are the disciple of Prabhupada, and I am your disciple. I have never thought myself as one sheltered by Prabhupada. You alone are my shelter, and I trust this much only. Now you are calling me Guru Bhai. Does that mean I am not your sheltered one, your ashrita? If so, I have become shelterless. I have seen in an article by Srila Bhaktivedānta Thakur that Mantra Diksha Guru is actually Shri Nam Guru. Therefore, you alone are my Nam Guru, and I am your disciple in every respect. You have called me your Guru Bhai. Do you now want to push me away from being under your shelter? O Gurudev, these words have greatly pained me. I put my head down on the table between my two arms and started weeping. At that time, Gurudev stood up from his easy chair and came over to me. Stroking my head with his hands, he said, I was simply joking with you. You are indeed my disciple. All right, I will never again call you Guru Bhai. You are not the disciple of Prabhupada. You are indeed my disciple, my sheltered one. Don't be disheartened anymore. And then Srila Vāmana Gosvāmī said to Tapasvi Maharaj, he said, I hope you understand why I have told you of this incident. You all do not have two Param Gurudevs, only one, and he is Jagat Guru Srila Bhakti Pragyan Keshav Goswami Maharaj. Okay, so back to what we were reading. Dedicated service and receiving initiation. Then, on the 1st of January, 1937, Srila Prabhupada, the driving force of the Gaudiya Math mission, entered the Nishanta Lila of Sri Gandharvika Giridhari. In order to carry on the services in all the mats, the board of trustees created by Srila Prabhupada appointed various individuals to various positions to manage the mission. Sri Vinod Bihari Kriti Ratna Prabhu was engaged as the general superintendent at that time. That year, Sri Santosh took the government-administrated high school exams in Krishnanagar and passed, coming top in the class. He had no desire to go to college or university to continue cultivating material knowledge. How could an eternal servant of Sri Chaitanya's message separate himself from the guidance of his guardians and become enamored with the pale shimmer of Maya, that is the cultivation of mundane education? Those whose all in all is Śrīmad Bhagavatam, which is the pinnacle of knowledge perpetually cultivated by Brahma, Shiva, and the demigods, do not find taste in any other topic. When he told his main guardian, Sri Vinod Bihari Prabhu, that he had decided not to pursue further material education, Sri Vinod Bihari Prabhu was very pleased. Of the many boys in his age group who were at Sri Chaitanya Math at the time, he was somehow, by the mercy of Guru and Vaishnavas, the only one who stayed. His godbrothers and childhood friends from that time later held him in the highest regard and sought his guidance in their spiritual practices. Only those very rare personalities who are free from mundane ambition and who are intensely attached to the service of Sri Chaitanya's message can follow the guidance of Sri Guru and the Vaishnavas in such a one-pointed manner. One second. Hari Bo Rukmini Didi. When Sri Virendra Brahmachari sent news home that Santosh had passed his secondary school exams and came first in his class, his mother, Bhagavati Devi, came to Mayapur to take her son home. Just before her arrival, however, Sri Vinod Bihari Brahmachari took Sri Santosh elsewhere. Unable to find her son at the mat, Bhagavati Devi began looking for him everywhere. Finally, she came to know from Sri Vinod Bihari Brahmachari Prabhu that her son would not be returning home, that he had donned saffron cloth and had been engaged in service at another mat. People tried to console her, telling her that a mother who has borne in her womb such a gem of a son is supremely fortunate. However, despite hearing such praise and consolation, Bhagavati Devi was heartbroken. She did not return home, but instead went to Vrindavan for some time. In time, when the brahmachari who had been appointed as the acharya of the Gaudiya Mat, when that brahmachari began to deviate from certain aspects of Srila Prabhupada's teachings, those who were staunch followers of Srila Prabhupada could not abide by the changes. As a result, different groups formed, and an intense conflict ensued. Eventually, a plot was hatched to frame those in active positions of management, like Sri Vinod Bihari Brahmachari, Sri Mahananda Brahmachari, Srila Narahari Seva Vigraha Prabhu, and other devout servants of Srila Prabhupada. They were arrested on false charges of murder and imprisoned for a period of time. Seeing the state of the mission, many people lost their faith and returned to their homes. Those whose faith was very tender even left the path of sadhan bhajan and entered fully into worldly life. Santosh, however, persevered. Nothing could make him waver. Seeing his beloved guardians, the victim of this plot, he jumped into action. On the direction of Sri Vinod Bihari Brahmachari, he sought the assistance of a well-known lawyer in Medinipur. And he was a teenager at this time. I think he was a teenager at this time. I don't know 100% sure, but at least he was, very young adult. So he sought the assistance of a well-known lawyer in Medinipur, Sri Manmatha Mukhopadhyaya. Living in a house in Krishnanagar, Sri Santosh busied himself with the case under Manmatha Babu's guidance, rushing files back and forth, conveying messages to and from Sri Vinod Bihari Prabhu. When people from the opposing party saw him helping Sri Vinod Bihari Prabhu, they tried to discourage him from doing so, and even tried to bribe him. His response was, "I will give up a satsanga, and I will take the association of Vaishnavas and serve them, wherever they are. Gold does not lose its value, even if it gets tossed in a sack of husks." Oh, and just another thing on this, you know how strongly what they did to Vinod Bihari. So Vinod Bihari got Harinam from Srila Bhaktivedānta Saraswati Thakur, right? And he had his japamala that was chanted on by Srila Bhaktivedānta Saraswati Thakur. And they took that mala away from him and didn't give it back to him. And they're trying to force him to come under the shelter of Ananta Vasudev. And he never got that mala back. They stole it from him and just kept it, wouldn't return it to him. Oh, interesting. Kishore is saying that Bhakti Sarvasva Giri Maharaj got them out of jail. I'd be interested to hear more of that history. Another devotee, Sri Dinadayal Vrajavasi, was living in that house with Sri Santosh and cooking for all the devotees who were in prison. Sri Santosh would bring the prasad to the prison every day and consult with Sri Vinod Bihari Brahmachari about the case. As he was a Shrutidar, he was able to remember everything he heard, and very intelligent and devoted, he was able to follow all of Sri Vinod Bihari Brahmachari's instructions. At one point, Sri Dinadayal Vrajavasi Prabhu fell gravely ill and could not cook anymore. This was a serious concern, as the devotees could not eat food cooked by someone who did not have Diksha initiation. On the suggestion of Sri Narahari Seva Vigraha Prabhu, Sri Vinod Bihari Brahmachari imparted the Diksha mantras to Sri Santosh when he was still a Brahmachari. Sri Vinod Bihari Prabhu had never given Diksha mantras to anyone before, and he was not a sannyasi yet. Santosh's name then became Sri Sajjan Sevak Brahmachari, as per his eternal inclination to serve the saintly persons, Sajjan. From that day forth, he started doing all the cooking himself and providing prasad to his beloved guardians. Later, Sri Vinod Bihari Prabhu had Sri Sajjan Sevak Brahmachari's Upanayan Samskar, the donning of the sacred thread, and the Upanayan Yagya, performed by Srila Prabhupada's last sannyas disciple, Sri Śrīmad Bhaktivedānta Jajāvar Gosvāmī Mahārāja, at the Sri Shamananda Gaudiya Math in Medinipur city. In the end, the court released all the devotees on bail, and eventually they were proven innocent. Then, yes, Kishore, it was completely demoniac what those people did to Srila Vāmana Gosvāmī Mahārāja and Param Gurudev. Yeah. In the end, the court released all the devotees on bail, and eventually they were proven innocent. Then, in 1940, along with Sri Vinod Bihari Brahmachari, Srila Narahari Seva Vigraha Prabhu, Sri Mahananda Brahmachari, Sri Virendra Brahmachari, and Sri Narothamananda Brahmachari, and others, Sri Sajjan Sevak took up residence in Koladweep, Navadweep town, in a rented house in Tegharipada. Is Mahananda Brahmachari Bhakti Alok Paramahansa Maharaj? I think so.
Yes.
Yes, okay. And it's going to be his appearance day or disappearance day. Either his appearance day or disappearance day the day after tomorrow. Okay. So later, Srila Vāmana Gosvāmī Mahārāja went to Sri Shamananda Gaudiya Math in Medinipur and lived there for some time. On the order of his guardians, he also went preaching in various districts of Bengal with Sri Śrīmad Bhakti Bhudev Shoti Gosvāmī Mahārāja and Sri Hayagriva Brahmachari, that's Sri Śrīmad Bhakti Dait Madhav Gosvāmī Mahārāja, always busying himself in serving all the Vaishnavas by cooking and tending to them in various ways. That's nice to read. Yeah, we were just reading yesterday, Gurudev's glorifying Srila Bhakti Dait Madhav Gosvāmī Mahārāja. So they had it's nice to see that connection. Founding of Sri Gaudiya Vedanta Samiti. That year, 1940, on Akshaya Tritiya, in order to protect and re-establish the current of conceptions, the Vicharadhara of Srila Prabhupada, Sri Vinod Bihari Brahmachari founded Sri Gaudiya Vedanta Samiti with his godbrothers Sri Abhay Charan Bhaktivedānta Prabhu, who became later on Sri Śrīmad Bhaktivedānta Swami Mahārāja, or Srila Prabhupada, and Sri Narothamananda Brahmachari at a rented house at 32 Boshpara Lane in Bagh Bazar, Kolkata. Sri Sajjan Sevak was also present there at that time. On the order of Srila Prabhupada, imparted via a dream, Sri Vinod Bihari Brahmachari accepted sannyas in 1941 on Bhadra Purnima, Vishwarup Mahotsav, from Sri Śrīmad Bhakti Rakshak Sridhar Goswami Maharaj in Katwa, at the site where Sri Gaurasundar himself took sannyas, and he became known as Tridandi Swami Sri Śrīmad Bhakti Pragyan Keshav Maharaj. He then began preaching the message of Sri Sri Guru Gauranga everywhere with abundant enthusiasm. His one and only disciple, Sri Sajjan Sevak Brahmachari, was with him constantly, like a shadow serving him. Srila Bhakti Pragyan Keshav Goswami Maharaj established Gauranga printing works in Kolkata and started publishing the works of Srila Bhaktivinoda Thakur. Sri Sajjan Sevak Brahmachari was his right-hand man then. He learned all the tasks of printing and gave himself fully to the work of publishing granthas. In 1943, Sri Gaudiya Vedanta Samiti accepted the responsibility of caring for the ancient Sri Gaur Nityananda deities personally served by Srivas Pandit in Chunchura. The old home that housed the deities became known as Sri Udharan Gaudiya Math, and began to be utilized as the main office of the Samiti. On the order of Śrīla Keshav Goswami Maharaj, Shri Sajjan Sevak Brahmachari, he shifted the printing press from, Sajjan Sevak Brahmachari shifted the printing press there from Kolkata and continued the Samiti's publishing work. Okay, so Shri Gauranga Printing Works was in Shri Udaran Gaudiya Math in Chunchura. In 1948, Shri Gaudiya Patrika was registered as the main publication of Shri Gaudiya Vedanta Samiti, and Shri Sajjan Sevak Brahmachari was appointed as its first publisher and printer. In addition to publishing various Gaudiya Granthas, he published issues of Shri Gaudiya Patrika every month in a beautiful manner and without errors, thereby earning everyone's praise. In 1952, on the sacred day of Falguni Purnima, on the appearance day of Shri Gaur Hari, Jagadguru Śrīla Keshav Goswami Maharaj granted sannyas to his dear sevak, Shri Sajjan Sevak, and adorned him with the name and title Tridandi Swami Śrīmad Bhaktivedānta Vāmana Maharāja. Śrīmad Bhaktivedānta Trivikram Maharaj and Śrīmad Bhaktivedānta Narayan Maharaj also took sannyas on that same day, becoming Acharya of Shri Gaudiya Vedanta Samiti. Just as Shri Sarup Damodar Prabhu was renowned as Shri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's most intimate servant, or just as Shri Kuresh was devoted to Shri Ramanujacharya and Shri Hanuman to Shri Ramachandra, Shri Śrīmad Bhaktivedānta Vāmana Gosvāmī Mahārāja was Shri Śrīmad Bhakti Pragyan Keshav Goswami Mahārāja's right hand and a servant who knew his master's heart. Krishna Bhakti Krishnir Gun Sakali Sanchare. It's from Chaitanya Charitamrita. Means all of Krishna's qualities are infused in his devotees. The virtues of the object of service are infused within the servant. Shri Śrīmad Bhaktivedānta Vāmana Gosvāmī Mahārāja inherited all the divine he inherited all divine qualities of his eternal guardian, Shri Śrīmad Bhakti Pragyan Keshav Goswami Mahārāja. That is why Śrīla Keshav Goswami Mahārāja himself, various distinguished sannyasi and grahasta disciples of Śrīla Prabhupada, and all the prominent disciples of Śrīla Keshav Goswami Mahārāja accepted Shri Śrīmad Bhaktivedānta Vāmana Goswami as the next Acharya and president of the Samiti. Śrīla Bhakti Pragyan Keshav Goswami Mahārāja wrote in his will, "It is my exclusive desire that after my departure, my dear Śrīmad Bhaktivedānta Vāmana Mahārāja will become the president Acharya of Gaudiya Vedanta Samiti and grant Shri Harinam and Diksha to the faithful devotees." Though Śrīla Bhaktivedānta Vāmana Goswami Mahārāja carried on his duties in publishing books and the monthly patrikas, from time to time he also had to go preaching in various places. Śrīla Keshav Goswami Mahārāja, anticipating his own departure to the abode of Raj and wanting to introduce people to the next chief of the Samiti, transferred Śrīla Mahārāja's responsibilities in the press to others in 1966 and engaged him fully in preaching. From then onwards, he preached the message of Shri Guru Gauranga tirelessly in various regions of Bengal, Bihar, and Assam. In 1968, at the beginning of Damodar Vrat, on the day of Sharadiya Rasa Purnima, Jagadguru Om Vishnupad Shri Śrīmad Bhakti Pragyan Keshav Goswami Maharaj departed for the eternal service of Shri Shri Gaur Radha Vinod Bihariju. Thereafter, as per his wishes, Shri Śrīmad Bhakti Shri Rup Siddhanti Goswami Maharaj, whose appearance day will be the day after tomorrow, Shri Śrīmad Bhakti Dait Madhav Goswami Maharaj, Shri Śrīmad Bhakti Pramod Puri Goswami Maharaj, Shri Śrīmad Bhakti Prakash Hrishikesh Goswami Maharaj, Shri Śrīmad Bhakti Prapanna Damodar Goswami Maharaj, and other sannyasi disciples of Śrīla Prabhupada appointed their trusted and much adored Santosh, Śrīmad Bhaktivedānta Vāmana Mahārāja, as the president and acharya of Shri Gaudiya Vedanta Samiti. Śrīla Vāmana Goswami Maharaj comments in this regard in one of his letters. He said, "I do not sit in the seat of acharya because I was elected or selected by my godbrothers. Even though I do not desire this responsibility at all, weeping and weeping, I have been bound to accept this responsibility because of Srila Guru Padma's wishes. I never had a desire to be Acharya and still do not. On the day of his accepting the position of Acharya, after paying his respects to his Guru Padma and all the assembled Vaishnavas, he glorified his Guru Padma briefly and humbly made the following solemn he glorified his Guru Padma briefly and humbly and made the following solemn comments. Today, on the disappearance day of Sri Śrīla Guru Padma, we have been hearing from the lotus mouth of my Guru Varga present here as they profusely sing his glories. I cannot think of anything to say that they have not already said. My sole duty is to chew what they have chewed, just like a servant who survives on his master's remnants. What is it? It's a Vigashisha Sevak. I think that's what it's called. I have neither the capacity nor the words to narrate the glories of Sri Guru Padma, but I will endeavor to describe his glories in brief so as to execute the order of the Vaishnavas. Specifically, we can contemplate a few aspects of his glories that we have been hearing from the lotus mouths of the Vaishnavas. If we reflect upon the significance of his life, we find that his behavior could be divided into two distinctly notable classifications. He exhibited them while he preached the innermost desire of his supremely worshipful master, Srila Prabhupada. We can observe both types of behavior in all Mahajans. Vajrad api kotorani mriduni kusumarapi Lokataranam chetangsi konu vigyatumishvara. That's Sri Chaitanya Charitamrita Madhya Lila 773. Who can comprehend the heart of exalted supramundane personalities, whose natures are stronger than thunderbolts and more tender than flowers? Vajrad api kotorani, stronger than a thunderbolt. This virtue was prominently illuminated in his character. Mriduni kusumar api, more tender than a flower. Yet this virtue was also consistently observed in him. Today we have heard examples from the lips of our Guru Varga that clearly reveal him as a fearless preacher of the truth. You yourselves have sufficient evidence of his kindness and soft-heartedness. In this sphere, I want to convey that Guru Padma is our eternal friend and well-wisher. Those who have given up all sorts of material comfort, mundane attachments, and affections, and have taken shelter at his lotus feet by acquiring spiritual knowledge, shiksha, and by taking initiation, diksha, are trying wholeheartedly to advance on the path of bhajan. For them, the only destination is Sri Guru Padma. Therefore, let Guru Padma's ideals, directions, and instructions be our life and soul. Today, on the occasion of his disappearance, our earnest prayer to his lotus feet is that although we can no longer behold his form, may he bestow his unlimited blessings upon us. In this way, we can abide by his words, his orders, and instructions in every respect, and establish his glories meticulously throughout the world. May we also propagate the glories of his worshipful lords, Shri Shri Radha Vinod Bihariju, throughout the world. Respectable speakers have yet to deliver their addresses, so I will keep my talk brief. I have already confessed my inability to contribute more than the previous speakers. So finally, my humble entreaty to the Venerable Vaishnavas and affectionate Guru Varga here today is that I am completely unqualified for the heavy responsibility that has now been conferred upon me. In fact, I cannot comprehend its weight. But since taking this responsibility is the order of my Sri Gurudev, I must submissively comply. May he and other Venerable Vaishnavas consider my worthiness. I can assure them that I will not waver in abiding by the orders of Sri Guru Padma. This I solemnly vow. Therefore, I pray for their kind cooperation, sympathy, benedictions, and all else. With their mercy and blessings, I may be able to acquire the strength and ability to carry out these responsibilities competently. Finally, I convey my humble submission unto the lotus feet of my God brothers and pray for their sincere, wholehearted cooperation. Without their cooperation, sympathy, and help, I am unable to move forward a single step. My earnest appeal unto the lotus feet of Guru Padma is that he shower his profuse blessings upon me, even though he is no longer visible to us. In this way, I will be able to follow his order and execute his final instructions, thus making my life successful. My humble prayer to the Vaishnavas is that they bestow profuse benedictions upon me so that I can act in accordance with the grave responsibility given to me by my Gurudev. I would like to conclude my talk here. As president of Śrī Vedanta Samiti, Śrīmad Bhaktivedānta Vāmana Gosvāmī Mahārāja gave proper honor to all of his godbrothers, and thereby guided the Samiti in such a beautiful manner that it proved to be truly exemplary in what is an age of constant quarrel. The sort of fearsome conflict that generally ensues once an institution's founder departs could not even sprout once he was installed as the principal overseer of the Samiti. Many of his godbrothers have commented in this regard, saying, "Residing in the shade of his umbrella, we have not really felt the absence of or separation from our Srila Guru Padma, Śrīmad Bhaktivedānta Keshav Goswami Maharaj. From him, our most senior godbrother, we have received all the nourishment we have received in the presence of our Srila Guru Padma. He is truly non-different from Sri Keshav." Jai Śrīmad Bhaktivedānta Vāmana Gosvāmī Mahārāja ki Jai. Jai Śrīla Vāmana Gosvāmī Mahārāja ki Jai. Jai Śrīmad Bhaktivedānta Keshav Goswami Maharaj Param Gurudev ki Jai. Okay, so that is our reading now for Śrīla Vāmana Gosvāmī Mahārāja, and now I'm going to, we have half an hour. Okay, that's a good amount of time. There are two things we could read from. I think let's read from A Life of Humble Service. That's a little booklet that was published about Śrīla Vāmana Gosvāmī, about Śrīla Trivikram Goswami Maharaj. Just checking the comments really quick. Haribo, Pradumna Prabhu. Yes, it is Amrita, isn't it? Okay, so I'm sharing my screen again. Let's find this now. Hopefully I have it here. Let me check. Where is it? Just looking. It will be here in books. GVP books. There it is, A Life of Humble Service. Oh, I have to download it. Okay. Okay, so this is a little booklet that was published for, on the centennial of Śrīla Bhaktivedānta Trivikram Goswami Maharaj, which is also the day that they established his Samadhi temple. Before it was just a little shack, and then they built a beautiful, beautiful Samadhi. A devotee from, I think from Bangalore, he had this huge South Indian style Samadhi, like building, brought all the way from South India on a truck to to next to the bank of the Ganga. Oh, Hare Krishna, Shubhananda Prabhu. Dandavat Pranam. Okay, so Part 1, Śrīla Bhaktivedānta Trivikram Goswami Mahārāja's life, birth and childhood. Śrīla Bhaktivedānta Trivikram Goswami Maharaj appeared in Gowara, a small village situated 15 kilometers from Kalna. a subdivision of the Bardhaman district of West Bengal, India, in the year 1915. Okay, so, and Śrīla Trivikram Goswāmī Mahārāja was born in the end of 1921, right? And so that makes Śrīla Trivikram Goswāmī Mahārāja is 6 years older than, right? Or 7 years. I'm terrible with math. He appeared on the auspicious Dwadashi Tithi that falls right before Moni Amavasya, the dark moon in the month of Magh. So right before my Gurudev's appearance day is Śrīla Trivikram Goswāmī Mahārāja's appearance day, just like a couple days before. His father's name was Shri Ashutosh Kumar, and his mother's name was Srimati Satyayani Devi. They named their child Radhanath Kumar. He was born in a well-to-do and noble Sargopa community, which is a subdivision of the Yadav, the Vaishya Varna. He had 7 brothers and 4 sisters. Yeah, one of his brothers came for that function, I remember. His brother was saying he wouldn't have been so happy with such a big mandir, such a big temple. Nice. In his childhood, he was very naughty, but very intelligent. He went to Badla High School, which was 3 kilometers from his village. He showed great interest in science and mathematics, but little interest in history. His childhood interests: chess, football, and music. Radhanath Kumar was very interested in playing games like chess and football. He was a fan of the legendary national-level football player of that time, Umapati Kumar, popularly known as U. Kumar, and used to play football with him from time to time. He also loved music and often played sitar. One day, just before his final examinations, he was playing sitar at his friend's house when his father happened to pass by. Seeing his son playing sitar right before his final exam, he chastised him in front of his friends. But Radhanath Kumar pacified his father, convincing him that he would pass the final examinations with distinction. When the exam results came, his father saw that his son had not only passed the final exam with extraordinary results, but had gained entrance into Kolkata University, and he became very happy. In this way, Radhanath Kumar was highly qualified in many areas. Vow of nonviolence and showing care and affection to all living beings. In Bengal, catching fish, eating them, and cooking them is common. One day, Radhanath Kumar and his friends, they went to a pond to catch fish. Radhanath Kumar made a large, strong net. His friends used his net and caught a big fish, but it struggled hard to escape, and after much effort, managed to do so. The next day, Radhanath Kumar saw that very same fish floating dead in the pond. He came to know that it had died due to the injuries incurred in trying to escape the net he had made. That he had caused the fish so much suffering pained his heart, and on that very day he took a vow never to cause harm to any jiva ever again. From that day forth, he showed care and affection to all living beings. Even later in his life, while living in Sri Udharan Gaudiya Math in Chunchura, Śrīla Mahārāja showed so much care and affection to squirrels, sparrows, cats, and other animals. In fact, Śrīla Mahārāja would not take afternoon prasadam unless all these animals had taken prasadam from his own hands. Such was his compassion for the jivas of this world. Never tolerating any wrongdoing. Once an astrologer, dressed as a sannyasi, visited his village. That astrologer highly impressed people by being able to speak about a person's past just by glancing at him, so people assumed that his futuristic predictions would also be accurate. He was therefore able to exploit people by convincing him that the bad prediction for their future would be negated if they bought from him rings studded with stones, and the innocent villagers were happy to shell out money for this end. Radhanath Kumar saw all this, and he could not tolerate it. He thought to teach the astrologer a lesson, and gave the villagers from he thought to teach the astrologer a lesson and save the villagers from such a cheater. He went to that astrologer and politely asked him, "O astrologer, how long will you live?" The astrologer replied, "I will live a long life." All the villagers had gathered around to listen to the discussion. Suddenly, Radhanath Kumar reached over and put his hands around the neck of that astrologer as if to strangle him. "You are about to die now! Did you not foresee this?" The astrologer cried for his life and prayed to Radhanath Kumar for forgiveness, promising that he would never perform such deceitful acts again. When the astrologer had been thus exposed as fraudulent, the people became furious and began to shout at him. Radhanath Kumar drove that duplicitous astrologer and the so-called sannyasi from the village, and requested the villagers to not be so easily charmed by such persons again. In this way, he did not tolerate the wrongdoing of any so-called religious pretender. He would immediately expose such a person and try to reform him. An expert homeopathic doctor. One second. Okay. An expert homeopathic doctor. From an early age, Radhanath Kumar had a keen interest in medicine, especially homeopathy, which is widely practiced in West Bengal. He had studied it under his uncle, who was a homeopathic doctor, and he had mastered it. Local people thus consulted him about their health problems. After joining the Math, Śrīla Maharaj always took care of the medical needs of the Math devotees. Even in his advanced age, during the Gaudiya Mandal and Vraj Mandal parikramas, many Sikh pilgrims would come to him, and he would treat them all. He used to say, "In my old age, I cannot go out on parikrama, but I will help in every way possible those who have come from distant places to perform parikrama." Actually, when I was either 7 or 8, I think I was 8 years old, on Vraj Mandal parikrama in 1997, he once approached my mother. My mother had never had any interaction with him or anything, but he came up to my mother and said, he said that, "I heard your son is sick. How is he doing now? I have medicine," and he wanted to treat me when I was little. Yeah. So even though he was externally, he seemed very harsh lots of times, but really he was extremely soft. And there are many stories. We'll read on. He was expert in administering the relevant medicine and was thus greatly appreciated by his patients. He performs this service throughout his Math life. Business, marriage, and household life. After completing matriculation, what does matriculation mean? Matriculation is the act of matriculating at a college or university. Okay, like examination, kinda? SSC. Okay, so after completing matriculation, Radhanath Kumar started a timber business in Kalna, a prominent town near his village, and became a highly successful timber merchant. Upon seeing his success in business, his parents got him married at a very young age of 18. This was the norm during the pre-independence days of India. After marrying, he responsibly maintained his family. Wow, 18 years old. Okay, that's 10th grade. Okay, cool. An excellent and daring swimmer. While staying in Kalna, he would take bath in the Ganga every day. He was an excellent swimmer and very courageous. There were small crocodiles in the river, but he would swim across from one bank to the other without great exertion or fear. Birth of a daughter and sadness. His wife gave birth to a beautiful daughter, and Radhanath Kumar showered his affection upon her. But at the age of 7 years, she suddenly passed away. He felt overwhelming sadness and separation from her. Hearing Harikatha from a powerful messenger of Śrīmad Bhaktivedānta Keshav Gosvāmī Mahārāja. Around this time, a powerful messenger of Śrīmad Bhaktivedānta Keshav Gosvāmī Mahārāja, named Sri Narothamananda Brahmachari, he came to Kalna to speak Harikatha. And this Narottam Brahmachari was also the one who first came to the village of my Gurudev in Tiwaripur and attracted my Gurudev to his eternal master. Shri Narottam Brahmachari was an initiated disciple of Jagadguru Śrīmad Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur Prabhupada, and also a godbrother of Śrīmad Bhaktivedānta Keshav Goswāmī Mahārāja. Before Srila Prabhupada left this world, he instructed Shri Narottam Brahmachari to take shelter of this godbrother, and he stayed with him in Sri Udharan Gaudiya Math, Chunchura. Later, Shri Narottam Brahmachari took sannyas and became Srila Bhakti Kamal Madhusudan Goswami Maharaj. While Shri Narottam Brahmachari was in Kalna delivering charming Harikatha to the large number of listeners that had gathered, Radhanath Kumar happened to pass by. He heard a few words and was totally captured. He sat down and listened to the whole discourse. What deeply attracted and inspired him was this shloka from Śrīmad Bhagavatam. Labdva sudurlabhamidam bahusambhavante manusyamartadama nityam api hadhira turnam yateta napater anumrityu yavan nishreyasaya vishaya kalu sarvatasyat. Śrīmad Bhagavatam 11:9-29. This human birth is very rare because it is only attained after many lifetimes. Although temporary, it can give the highest benefit. After all, sense gratification is available in all species, whereas spiritual perfection is possible only for human beings. Therefore, an intelligent person should immediately, without wasting a single moment, begin to endeavor with one-pointed dedication to achieve the ultimate good fortune before death comes. He further heard in this katha that worldly pleasure is not permanent, and that one day we will have to leave friends and loved ones, or they will be forced to leave us, thereby causing us so much pain. He heard that we enjoy materially with the help of five senses, the eyes, ears, nose, tongue, and skin, but that this enjoyment leads to many more rebirths. In this way, material enjoyment only increases our pain and distress. It never delivers eternal happiness. Only Hari Bhakti can free us from this cycle of repeated birth and death and lead us to eternal happiness. But Bhakti can only be realized in this human life, not in any other. Why not, therefore, engage our precious time and energy in the service of Sri Hari? This human life gives us an opportunity to serve Bhagavan. What is the loss in doing so? Material sense enjoyment can be obtained in all other forms of life. This katha made a great impression on Radhanath Kumar's heart, and he experienced unlimited happiness. He talked further with Shri Narottam Brahmachari and asked him many questions. He also inquired about the Gaudiya Math. At that time, Shri Narottam Brahmachari invited him to Sri Udharan Gaudiya Math, Chunchura, and informed him about a very near and dear associate of Jagadguru Śrīmad Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur Prabhupada named Śrīmad Bhaktivedānta Keshav Goswāmī Mahārāja. In this way, Shri Narottam Brahmachari introduced Radhanath Kumar to his Guru Maharaj, Śrīmad Bhaktivedānta Keshav Goswāmī Mahārāja. He introduced Radhanath Kumar to Radhanath Kumar's Guru Maharaj, Śrīmad Bhaktivedānta Keshav Goswāmī Mahārāja. His strong desire to renounce everything and utilize this human life exclusively in performing Hari Bhakti. Sadhu Sangha Sarva Shastre Koi Lava Matra Sadhu Sanghe Sarva Siddhi Hoy. That's Sri Chaitanya Charitamrita, Madhya Lila 22:54. Oh yes, H missing from Madhusudan. Yes. Okay, we'll have to, for the next edition, we'll have to fix that. So Chaitanya Charitamrita says, the verdict of all revealed scriptures is that even a moment's association with a sadhu, a pure devotee, can award complete spiritual perfection. Gradually, due to associating with pure devotees and hearing the strong message of Jagadguru Śrīmad Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Prabhupada from his disciples, Radhanath Kumar's mind completely changed. Having understood the purpose of human life, his life took on a whole new meaning, and a strong desire to renounce everything and fully engage in the service of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu arose in him. His regret to not have had the direct darshan of Srila Prabhupada. Srila Mahārāja would express on many occasions that after hearing the powerful Harikatha of Jagadguru Śrīmad Bhaktivedānta Saraswati Prabhupada from Srila Prabhupada's disciples, he felt that his fortune was neither good nor blessed, because as a child he used to cycle past Bagh Bazar Mat to visit his uncle during Srila Prabhupada's manifest pastimes, but he never entered the Mat to get direct darshan of him. Life in the Mat. In 1942, Radhanath Kumar renounced everything and took shelter of his Gurudev, Śrīmad Bhakti Pragyan Keshav Gosvāmī Mahārāja. He proceeded to live in Sri Udharan Gaudiya Mat, Chunchura, as a Vanaprastha, one who is retired from household life. On Akshay Tritiya Day in the year 1943, he was given Diksha by Śrīmad Bhakti Pragyan Keshav Gosvāmī Mahārāja, and his name became Radhanath Das Adhikari. His firm determination amidst strong opposition from his wife and family members. The family members of Radhanath Das Adhikari, including his wife, became angry with his decision and wanted him to return home. They even took the help of the police to bring him back. Radhanath Das Adhikari was forcefully brought home by his family many times, but they were not successful in preventing him from returning to the Mat. When they saw his strong determination, they started to lose hope. I can't believe they even got the police to bring him back home. Radhanath Das Adhikari's parents, wife, and family members would come to the Mat to see him and appeal to him, but he was not sympathetic to their pleas and told them to leave immediately. He would say, "Maya is coming to take me back as her slave." One time, his godbrother asked him, "O Prabhu, why do you treat your parents like this?" To this, Radhanath Das Adhikari replied, "If I show them sympathy and affection, then slowly their attachment to me will increase. They will not be able to forget me and will always insist that I return home. In this way, they will become a hindrance to my bhakti. It is only to cut that attachment that I am acting harshly. If they start to dislike me, they will easily be able to forget me." That reminds me of something in an article of Param Gurudev. Let me just find it really quick. It's just right here. One second. Where is it? Should be right here. Raise of the Hominist articles. Oops, I'm in the wrong section. Sorry. One second. It'll be right here. This one. One must correctly identify a Vaishnava. So in the very end of this article, Parama Gurudev says, Srila Bhaktivedānta Keshav Gosvāmī Mahārāja, he says, "Have we really made the Vaishnavas our own? The degree to which I have been able to make a Vaishnava my property and honor him can be measured by one criteria only: how indifferent or apathetic I have become towards non-Vaishnavas, realizing that they have no relation with me. Unless one is wholly indifferent towards non-Vaishnavas, that is, has no relationship with them at all, one has no hope of ever developing a sense of kinship with the Vaishnavas. Our conviction that the Vaishnavas belong to us develops in proportion to our feeling that non-Vaishnavas are outsiders. This is not mere talk. If I really wish to be related to the Vaishnavas, I must first renounce my attachment to non-Vaishnavas. If my mother, father, brothers, friends, and so-called close relatives become hostile to the service of the Vaishnavas and to the Supreme Conscious Entity, then I will have to become wholly indifferent to them, regarding them as unrelated to me in any true sense. This includes my very own body and mind. Until I attain such determination, to think of the Vaishnavas as my property is nothing but deceit. A person cannot have possessiveness towards or kinship with the Vaishnavas while considering non-Vaishnavas to be related to him. The two are mutually contradictory. So, okay, so Radhanath Adhikari's wife also tried many times to bring him back, but he never budged an inch. Once she even threatened to burn herself in front of him by immolating herself in fire. Oh my God. Radhanath Das Adhikari said in strong voice that he would help her to do it by pouring the kerosene and lighting the match. Seeing his strong determination to do bhajan, she gradually stopped pestering him to return. Radhanath Das Adhikari never expected Mat devotees to treat his family members with any importance because of their relationship with him. Such was his disposition towards so-called relatives in this material world. Unless one is as spiritually strong as Radhanath Das Adhikari, it is impossible to cut worldly attachment at its root like he did. Yeah, so we shouldn't try to imitate if we're not at his level. Sannyas initiation. Before Radhanath Das Adhikari came to the Mat, Sri Sajjan Sevak Brahmachari, Śrīla Bhaktivedānta Vāmana Gosvāmī Mahārāja, had already taken shelter of Param Gurudev Śrīmad Bhaktivedānta Keshav Gosvāmī Mahārāja and was serving him day and night. Later, in 1946, Sri Gaur Narayan Das Adhikari, that's Śrīla Bhaktivedānta Narayan Gosvāmī Mahārāja, joined the Mat. Radhanath Das Adhikari taught Sri Gaur Narayan Das Adhikari many things, such as how to sing bhajans, how to cook, and perform other Mat services. In this way, beginning from the early years of Sri Gaudiya Vedanta Samiti, the three of them shared a lifelong transcendental relationship. The three pillars of Gaudiya Vedanta Samiti, that's Śrīla Bhaktivedānta Vāmana Gosvāmī Mahārāja, Śrīla Bhaktivedānta Trivikram Gosvāmī Mahārāja, and our beloved Gurudev, Śrīla Bhaktivedānta Narayan Gosvāmī Mahārāja, received sannyas initiation at the same time from Param Gurudev on Gaur Purnima Day in the year 1952. Service to Sri Guru with complete humility and dedication. Janmaishvarya Shruta Shri Bhir E Dhamana Mada Puman Naivarhatya Bhidhatum Vai Tvam Akinchana Gocharam. This is Śrīmad Bhagavatam 1.8.26. You are easily attainable for those who are exhausted with this mundane world. On the other hand, no one who has become intoxicated by the four privileges of prestigious birth, wealth, and luxury, erudition, and physical beauty can approach you with true sincerity. Śrīla Mahārāja, the embodiment of humility, had given up all designations to completely serve Sri Guru and Vaishnavas. He never hesitated to do any kind of seva for them. He even used to carry the pot for the toilet chamber on his head and in service to his Gurudev and the Vaishnavas. Just like Śrīla Vāmana Gosvāmī Mahārāja, just like little Santosh. Śrīla Mahārāja always used to say, I have come here to serve Sri Guru and the Vaishnavas and not take service from them. Throughout his life, he hardly accepted service from anybody and did everything himself. He led a very simple life and exemplified simple living, high thinking. He was expert in everything he did, such as electrical work, carpentry, tailoring, serving cows, working with the printing press, cooking, and going on bhiksha. He would perform those services with great dedication and commitment. The seva that was most dear to him was cooking and performing kirtan. He used to cook delicious preparations for the deities. I know it says deities. And he performed kirtan with genuine spiritual feeling. His favorite kirtans were from Sharnagati by Srila Bhaktivinoda Thakur, and he would often become immersed in singing Narad Muni Bhajai Bina and Shri Radha Krishna Padakamale Mana. There's a recording of him singing Shri Radha Krishna Padakamali, of both of these kirtans actually, there's recordings of him singing them. He never used to take rest during the day, but remained immersed in service. In this way, Śrīla Mahārāja remained fully engaged in the service of Sri Guru and the Vaishnavas, refusing the position of Acharya. Śrīla Mahārāja's determination was strong and firm, so his Gurudev would give him responsibility for difficult tasks. His Gurudev trusted him fully. When his Gurudev was leaving this world, Śrīla Mahārāja was the first person he thought of to be the Acharya and to protect the mission. But Śrīla Mahārāja, being the embodiment of Trinadapi Sunich, being more humble than a blade of grass, he humbly bowed before him and submitted his request at his lotus feet to allow him to remain a sevak, a servant of the Gaudiya Vedanta Samiti. He never had any interest in becoming an Acharya. He even took a vow to never make a disciple, and he never initiated anybody throughout his life. Nor did he have any desire to become Guru. In this way, Śrīla Mahārāja took Bhishma Pratigya, or formidable vow, similar to the vow taken by Sri Bhishma Pitamaha in the Mahabharata war. Seeing him perfectly content to be nothing but a humble servant of Hari, Guru and Vaishnavas, his Gurudev was very pleased. Though Śrīla Mahārāja was very qualified to be a Guru and Acharya, by nature, he preferred to set the example of embracing service to Guru from a humble position, and thus receiving the mercy of Sri Guru and Gauranga. Although Śrīla Mahārāja never formally initiated any disciple, the fact remains that devotees all over the world accepted him as their Shiksha Guru. It is very difficult to become as humble as Śrīla Mahārāja, even in one's dreams. His services during Navadvip Parikrama. During Sri Dham Navadvip Parikrama, at the time of his Gurudev, Śrīla Mahārāja took great interest to arrange everything nicely. He took care of devotee accommodation by constructing the tents for their stay, and collected groceries and food grains so that all pilgrims could be offered prasadam. His Gurudev totally entrusted Śrīla Mahārāja with these parikrama responsibilities, and as a result, they never caused his Gurudev any trouble. Once a huge flood devastated much of West Bengal. At that time, no one was allowed to export rice, even to nearby states. The devotees had collected rice for Sri Dham Navadvip Parikrama, but they were not allowed to bring it to Sri Dham Navadvip. They weren't allowed to bring the rice to Sri Dham Navadvip. Śrīla Mahārāja went to Kolkata and personally met the respective minister. He explained everything to him and convinced him of the importance of Navadvip Parikrama. He also told him how this rice will feed the poor and needy people. He told him how this rice will feed the poor and needy people of the state who were affected by the flood for 8 days. The minister became pleased and granted permission. By this service to Parikrama, he greatly pleased his Gurudev, Śrīla Bhaktivedānta Keshav Gosvāmī Mahārāja. Śrīla Mahārāja's Harikatha. Śrīla Mahārāja used to give powerful Harikatha. He was fully conversant with all Shastra and expert in explaining the meaning of Shastra in depth. In his Harikatha, he would generally focus on exposing Bhogavad, or the enjoying propensity of the jivas, and he boldly preached in many places in Bengal and all over India. Śrīla Mahārāja has written many wonderful articles for Sri Gaudiya Patrika, in which he employed expert logic based on his deep scriptural understanding to cut misconceptions about the purpose of life and the path of bhakti. And Srivas just translated one of these Gaudiya Patrika articles, which you can find on bigdrum.us. One of my favorite articles is by Śrīla Trivikram Goswami Mahārāja that he wrote for Gaudiya Patrika. It's called, what is it called? Sadhavo Dinavatsala. I did a reading of it on the Vine of Devotion channel. If you want to read it today, it's nice. I did a good quality recording of it. I even made animations and stuff for it. On occasion, during Sri Navadvip and Sri Vrajmandal Parikramas, Śrīla Mahārāja would become overwhelmed with emotion while glorifying his Gurudev and Śrīla Bhaktivedānta Thakur. There's a beautiful article that we published in the... you can find it on YouTube, the video. But we also published it in Raise of the Harmonist issue that was published, the Bhaktivedānta Thakur issue. Very unique glorification. Anyways, we're out of time, so I'm just going to read this one section, sweet relationship with godbrothers, and then we can end. Sweet relationship between godbrothers. Throughout their life, Śrīla Bhaktivedānta Vāmana Gosvāmī Mahārāja, Śrīla Bhaktivedānta Trivikram Gosvāmī Mahārāja, and Śrīla Bhaktivedānta Narayan Gosvāmī Mahārāja shared a very sweet relationship. Each respected the others, and they considered each other to be their Shiksha Guru. In fact, Śrīla Mahārāja used to offer Shashtang pranams to his godbrothers, especially to Śrīla Bhaktivedānta Narayan Gosvāmī Mahārāja. In particular, the affectionate moods between Śrīla Mahārāja and our Gurudev, Śrīla Bhaktivedānta Narayan Gosvāmī Mahārāja, were extraordinary and not easily understood. Externally, it seemed as though Śrīla Mahārāja disagreed with the conceptions of Śrīla Gurudev, especially in regard to the greatness of the Vraj Gopis. In truth, however, such opposition was in a mood of service, as it stimulated the deeper moods of Śrīla Gurudev, who would then present the topmost siddhanta full of sweet nectar. Also, he knew how to provoke my Śrīla Gurudev and get the sweetest Harikatha to come out of him. Also, during the annual Navadvip Parikrama at Samudragad, Śrīla Mahārāja and Śrīla Gurudev delighted the devotees by debating who was a superior Vaishnava, Bhimasen or Samudrasen. You can find videos of this on YouTube. Śrīla Mahārāja, by taking the side of Bhimasen, again exemplified a wondrous service mood, for by his doing so, he inspired Śrīla Gurudev to express profound philosophical conclusions. Based on their qualities, these three godbrothers were known as the three pillars of Sri Gaudiya Vedanta Samiti. They were also known as Brahma, Vishnu, and Mahesh. Śrīla Bhaktivedānta Vāmana Gosvāmī Mahārāja was like Brahma, the creator, because as the illustrious Acharya of the Mat, he created the good fortune of his many disciples by giving them initiation. Śrīla Gurudev, Śrīmad Bhaktivedānta Narayan Gosvāmī Mahārāja, was like Vishnu, the maintainer, because through his nectarian harikatha and affectionate dealings, he maintained and trained the devotees in spiritual life. And Śrīla Bhaktivedānta Trivikram Mahārāja was like Mahesh, or Shivji, the destroyer, because through his powerful harikatha, he annihilated the self-destructing misconceptions that reside insidiously in the depths of the heart of bound jivas, so that their spiritual life can be fully embraced. Okay, this is the last section and then we're finished. Sorry, I'm going a bit over time. Entering Nitya Lila and taking Samadhi. Having served throughout his life the mission of his Guru Maharaj under the guidance of his godbrothers, Śrīla Mahārāja had set the example of an ideal Guru Sevak. In time, he prepared to leave this world. He used to say, "I want to leave this world unseen and unknown." In the year 2002, during the most auspicious month of Kartik, on Tritiya Tithi after the dark moon, 2 days after the Anukut festival, Śrīla Mahārāja entered Nitya Lila, thus immersing his godbrothers and his near and dear ones in deep separation from him. He was given samadhi on the banks of Bhagavati Ganga in Sri Dham Navadvip, about 500 meters from Shri Keshavji Gaudiya Mat. In 2002, Śrīmad Bhaktivedānta Narayan Gosvāmī Mahārāja spoke the following words upon hearing of the disappearance of his beloved godbrother. They were published in Raise of the Harmonist, issue 11, Kartik 2002. So my Gurudev says, Śrīla Trivikram Mahārāja was a very qualified Vaishnav. When our Guru Maharaj was in charge of publications, he put Śrīla Trivikram Mahārāja in charge of organizing all the preaching. His services included sending other preachers to various districts of Bengal. Śrīla Trivikram Mahārāja would personally go out collecting and preaching, especially in the district of Bardhaman. Through him, Guru Maharaj did a great deal of preaching in Medinipur, Chobis Pargana, and other districts of West Bengal. From when I first joined, Śrīla Vāmana Mahārāja showed me great affection. But Param Pujapad Śrīla Trivikram Mahārāja showed me even more familial affection. Our Guru Maharaj placed me in his hands, and we became very close. It was Śrīla Trivikram Mahārāja who taught me how to perform kirtan, how to preach, and how to collect donations. Sometimes, in a very loving way, he would also rebuke me. In all the years that I spent with Guru Maharaj, I was never rebuked by him. But with so much love and affection, Śrīla Trivikram Mahārāja used to do so. We had such a close connection that sometimes our discussions became very heated. I would counter his arguments, and he would counter mine. Śrīla Chavrika Mahārāja used to preach all over India, and when he would go with our Guru Mahārāj, I would go with them as Guru Mahārāja's sevak. I would massage him, cook for him, and wash his cloth and carry a lantern for him, because there was no electricity at that time, and also perform other services. Sometimes I made mistakes, and at those times, Śrīla Chavrika Mahārāja would protect me. For some time, it was a regular procedure that in each village, Guru Mahārāja would present a slideshow along with his lecture about Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu and other great personalities. I once forgot to bring the slide projector, and when I realized this, I was in great anxiety that I would disappoint Guru Mahārāja. Śrīla Chavrika Mahārāja asked me what was wrong, and when I told him, he said, "Don't worry, I will handle the matter. I will take care of everything for you." Later on, when our Guru Mahārāja was ready to give his lecture and when he's ready for his slideshow presentation, he asked Śrīla Chavrika Mahārāja, "So, is everything ready?" Śrīla Chavrika Mahārāja replied, "Oh, today it is a very cloudy day and it may rain. If you show the slides, the program will take a long time. The rain may come and everyone will have to leave before you've completed the class." Guru Mahārāja asked him, "Then what should I do?" Śrīla Chavrika Mahārāja replied, "Why not just give the class? No need the projection." And Guru Mahārāja was satisfied to do that. Years later, Śrīla Chavrika Mahārāja reminded me of this incident and asked me if I remembered it. I said yes, and we tightly embraced each other. Guru Mahārāja entered Nitya Lila in October 1968, but internally, he is always looking after us and encouraging us. Externally, Śrīla Chavrika Mahārāja took the place of my Guru Mahārāja, in the sense that he encouraged me in all my activities. When I began preaching in the West and writing and translating books, I would write to Param Pujapad Śrīla Vāmana Mahārāja, Śrīla Chavrika Mahārāja, and others for advice, because they are very qualified preachers. Śrīla Chavrika Mahārāja would reply to my letters without delay. He would encourage me and inspire me to write more books and to preach all over the world. Sometimes we presented opposing ideas to each other and countered each other's arguments, but he was always so polite and humble. He was a senior Vaishnava in all respects, and he could help the entire world. But he used to write me, "We cannot do the service you are doing for Gurudev, so I especially favor you and praise you. May you preach for a long time. May you write and publish many books." He was a great poet, scholar, and astrologer. He has written an arati of our Guru Mahārāja that is sung every evening in Navadvip Dham. In this arati, he expresses his extreme humility. At the end of the arati, he writes, "Oh, I am so unworthy. I do not serve Gurudev like Sajan Sevak and Gaur Narayan, and therefore I behold their services from a distance." What is it? It's Dur Mati Dur Hoite Deke Trivikram. That's how it ends. He was a Nishkinchan Vaishnav. He did not accept any disciples. Now, on behalf of you all, I am offering my heartfelt Pushpanjali at his lotus feet. Where is he now? He will be in Navadvip Dham or in Vraj Dham. He was always especially inclined toward Mahaprabhu in Navadvip Dham, and therefore I think that he is there. I pray that he will be very merciful to all of us, and that he will inspire us and give us blessings so that we can try to serve Sri Hari, Guru and Vaishnavas, and do bhajan as he did. Our beloved Srila Gurudev, Śrīmad Bhaktivedānta Narayana Gosvāmī Mahārāja, wanted to build a small beautiful Samadhi Mandir for his dear godbrother, but for some reason it did not materialize during Srila Gurudev's manifest pastimes. When Srila Gurudev entered Nitya Lila, devotees faced obstacles in building Srila Gurudev's Samadhi Mandir. An inspiration to complete Srila Chavrika Gosvāmī Mahārāja's Samadhi Mandir entered the heart of some of Srila Gurudev's disciples, and they thought that possibly Srila Gurudev wanted Srila Chavrika Mahārāja's Samadhi Mandir to be completed first, knowing of their deep affectionate relationship. In fact, all obstacles began to clear as soon as the construction of Srila Chavrika Mahārāja's Samadhi Mandir began. Today marks the inauguration of Srila Chavrika Mahārāja's Samadhi Mandir, which will no doubt bring Srila Gurudev great joy. Yeah. All right, so then part 2 of this book goes through Srila Bhaktivedānta Chavrika Gosvāmī Mahārāja's teachings, his favorite shlokas, his favorite kirtans, a few articles that he wrote, and like that. But we will end here. All right. Oh, Hare Krishna, Nri Hari Prabhu, and Bhavatarani Mataji. Pronounce. All right, so I'm just going to do a very quick Mahamantra, and then Kishore could do Jai Dvani, because, yeah. All right. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Nitai Gaur Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Nitai Gaur Hari Bol, Nitai Gaur Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Hari Bol. Oh, and one thing, right as soon as I finish this video, I'm going to quickly send out everything that I read yesterday, the 2 things that I read yesterday, and everything that we read today. I will send it out on the Vine of Devotion mailing list, so that you could read it on your own if you want, or if you just want to have it for reference or anything. And I'll also post these videos of the readings. So just letting you know, if you want to share it with anybody, any of these, and anything of what we read, you'll be able to find it on vineofdevotion.com. And I'll also share the links to the 2 articles that Shivas just translated last night. All right, Kishore, could you do Jai Dvani?
Jai Sabrigar Shishi Gurgauranga Ganharviga Giridhari Radha Vinar Bihari Radha Naina Radha Naman Bihari Radha Marva Shishi Sachinanan Gaura Hari Radha Damadar Jiv Ki Jai Shishi Radha Nainath Jiv Ki Jai Sri Govind Gopinath Madan Mahan Jiv Ki Jai Jai Natya Lela Pravishtam Vishnupar Paramaham Savri Vrajagachari Varya Astodrashta Shishiman Bhaktivedānta Srila Bharati Gosvāmī Guru Mahārāja Ki Jai Nityalela Pravishtam Vishnupar Paramaham Sabri Vrajagachari Varya Astodrashta Shishiman Bhaktivedānta Srila Nārāyana Gosvāmī Mahārāja Paripavan Gurudev Ki Jai Jai Nityalela Pravishtam Vishnupar Astodrashta Shishiman Bhakti Balab Tirtha Gosvāmī Mahārāja Ki Jai Nityalela Pravishtam Vishnupar Shrirupanuga Prabhar Shrirupanuga Prabhar Nityananda Bina Prakash Shri Gaurakamaichacharyane Shri Thakurani Priya Keshavdev Preshta Ashtotrashta Shishiman Bhaktivedānta Vāmana Gosvāmī Mahārāja Ki Jai Jai Śrīmad Bhaktivedānta Śrīla Vāmana Gosvāmī Mahārāja Param Shiksha Gurudev Ki Jai Jai Natyalela Pravishtam Vishnupāda Stotrashta Shishiman Bhaktivedānta Tarvikram Gosvāmī Mahārāja Param Shiksha Gurudev Ki Jai Jai Natyalela Pravishtam Vishnupāda Stotrashta Shishiman Bhakti Sarvasva Giri Gosvāmī Mahārāja Ki Jai Natyalela Pravishtam Vishnupāda Stotrashta Shishiman Bhaktivedānta Swami Gosvāmī Mahārāja Śrīla Prabhupada Ki Jai Natyalela Pravishtam Vishnupāda Stotrashta Shishiman Bhakti Dvaita Madhu Gosvāmī Param Guru Mahārāja Ki Jai Natyalela Pravishtam Vishnupāda Stotrashta Shishiman Bhakti Pragyāna Keshav Gosvāmī Mahārāja Param Gurudev Ki Jai Natyalela Pravishtam Vishnupāda Stotrashta Shishiman Jugurguru Shri Varshapana Vidaita Das Srila Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Goswami Thakur Prabhupada Ki Jai Swaparika Srila Prabhupada Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Goswami Thakur Mahārāja Ki Jai Nityalela Pravishtam Vishnupāda Sattam Goswami Ashtotrashta Shishiman Sachidananda Bhaktivinoda Thakur Mahārāja Ki Jai Nityalela Pravishtam Vishnupāda Vaishnava Sarvabhauma Ashtotrashta Shishiman Jagannath Svabhishri Mahārāja Ki Jai Surya Kundavasi Siddha Shilmad Sundas Bhavishri Mahārāja Ki Jai Sri Udvaras Udarandas Ki Jai Karviran Acharya Shishimar Balidev Vibhushan Prabhu Ki Jai Mahamaho Paradhyaya Raskashiramane Shri Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur Par Ki Jai Shishimad Rasikanand Murari Prabhu Ki Jai Shishimad Ramachandra Kaviraj Ki Jai Sri Lochan Das Thakur Ki Jai Shishila Narottam Das Thakur Srinivas Acharya Shamananda Pandit Prabhu Trai Ki Jai Jai Shri Srila Krishna Das Kaviraj Goswami Prabhu Ki Jai Yes Avatar Arikavesh Vrindavan Das Thakur Ki Jai Shri Ashtakabiraj Vasurajan Nityananda Durashukabal Chaushati Pati Mahanta Ki Jai जय श्री रूप श्री सनातन भट्ट रघुनाथ श्री जीव गोपाल भट्टराज रघुनाथ सर्वस्वामी प्रभु की जय। श्री स्वरूप दामोदर रमनंद लोकनाथ गर्भ अरि गौर परिशार वृंद की जय। नमाचार्य शिशिल हरिदास ठाकुर की जय। प्रेम से गहो श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर शिव श्री गौर भक्त वृंद की जय। श्री शिल ईश्वर पुरी गोस्वामी पार की जय। श्री शिल अमारविंदर पुरी गोस्वामी पार की जय। श्री अंडरदेव मायापुर समानदेव गौतमदेव मध्यादेव बलुदेव पृथुदेव जानुदेव माधुरुद्रमादेव रुद्राजीत मात्मका श्री नावदेव धाम की जय। श्री एक चक्र धाम की जय। श्री शांतिपुर धाम की जय। श्री गौर चंद्र भगवान की जय। श्री श्री गौर गदाधर जीव की जय। श्री श्री राधा कृष्ण गोपीनाथ गोपी कपा गौ गिर गोविंदान वर्षद वनात्माक श्री ब्रजमंडल धाम की जय। श्री राधा कुंड श्याम कुंड गंग सखी मन सखी तुलसी भक्ति देवी की जय। जयेश्वरी ब्रजेश्वरी वृषभानुनंदिनी श्रीमती राधा रानी ठाकुरानी की जय। हमारे स्वामिनी श्रीमती राधिका महारानी की जय। जय श्री ललिता विशाखा चित्रा चंपकलता तुंग विद्या इंदुलेखा रंगदेवी सुदेवी हरिशक्ति वृंद की जय। श्री आनंग प्रेम मंजलाल श्री रूपल मंग राग विलस गुणरति कस्तूरी कमला नयन मणि हरि मंजारी वृंद की जय। श्री विनोद मंजरी की जय। श्री राग मंजरी की जय। जय श्रीमती वृंद देवी की जय। श्री भगवती पूर्णमास युगमाय देवी की जय। श्री गोपीश्वर सर शिव महादेव की जय। जय श्री गोपीश्वर महादेव की जय। जय राधा परन चित राम श्री वृंदावन की जय। जय श्री जगन्नाथ बलदेव सुभद्रा सुदर्शन चक्र नीलमाधव जीव की जय। श्री जगन्नाथपुरी पुरुषोत्तम क्षेत्र मंडल नीलाचल धाम की जय। श्री तत्व गोपीनाथ की जय। जय सर्वा विघ्ना विनाशन करे भक्त विघ्ना विनाश श्री नरसिंह देव की जय। भक्तराज भक्त प्रवर श्री प्रहलाद महाराज की जय। श्री प्रहलाद लक्ष्मी नरसिंह की जय। श्री चरिताम चरि संप्रदाय चर्यचार्य की जय। श्री मध्वार मनुज विष्णु स्वामी नंबचित्य चर्यचार्य की जय। आकर मद्रा श्री चैतन्य मार्ग की जय। श्री गौरी मार वृंद की जय। शिल वामन शिल त्रिविक्रम गोस्वामी महाराज समाधि मंदिर की जय। शिल गुरुदेव समाधि मंदिर की जय। श्री गौरी मार वृंद की जय। जय ग्रंथराज श्रीमार भगवताम भगवद गीता चैतन्य चरितामृत चैतन्य भागवत जैव धर्म हरि सर्व गौरी वैष्णव ग्रंथ वृंद की जय। त्रिभुवन मंगल श्री हरिनाम प्रभु की जय। त्रिभुवन मंगल गल केर प्रेमदान श्री हरिनाम संकीर्तन धर्म की जय। त्रिभुवन मंगल धन्य कलयुग तर्क ब्रह्म श्री हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम मन मन मनाम हरे हरे महामंत्र की जय। श्री ब्रह्म गायत्री गुरु मंत्र गुरु गायत्री गौर गायत्री गोपाल मंत्र काम गायत्री पंचतत्व मंत्र श्री हरे कृष्ण महामंत्र की जय। श्री आनंद गुरु वैष्णव वृंद की जय। श्री समगत गौर भक्त वृंद की जय। जय श्री श्रीमती राधिका महारानी की जय। श्री धमदार कार्तिक भ्रात की जय। कार्तिक देवी दमोदरी श्रीमती राधिका महारानी की जय। जय श्री श्री राधा दमदार जीव की जय। श्री यशोद दमदार जीव की जय। जय परम गुरुदेव नित्य लील प्रविष्टम विष्णु पार स्तोत्र शिशिमान भक्ति प्रज्ञान केशव गोस्वामी महाराज आचार्य केशरी की जय। जय नित्य लील प्रविष्टम विष्णुपार रूपनुग प्रभार नित्यानंद बीना प्रकाश गौर कमैकचारिणे ठकुरानी प्रिय केशव देव प्रेष्ठ अष्टोत्तर शत श्री श्रीमाद भक्तिवेदांत शिला वामन गोस्वामी महाराज परम शिक्षक गुरुदेव की जय। शिल भक्तिवेदांत वामन गोस्वामी महाराज शिव भाव तिथि महामहोत्सव की जय। जय नित्य लील प्रविष्टम विष्णुपार स्तोत्र श्री श्रीमाद भक्तिवेदांत शिल त्रिविक्रम गोस्वामी महाराज पतित पावन दयाल वैष्णव ठाकुर परम शिक्षक गुरुदेव की जय। जय नित्य लील प्रविष्टम विष्णुपार परमहंस व्रजचार्य वर्या स्तोत्र श्री श्रीमाद जगद्गुरु शिल भक्तिवेदांत नारायण गोस्वामी महाराज पतित पावन श्रील गुरुदेव की जय। त्रिभुवन पावन श्रील गुरुदेव भक्तिवेदांत नारायण गोस्वामी महाराज श्रील गुरुदेव की जय। बोलो श्रीमती राधिका महारानी की जय, श्री चंद्रवाली की जय, जय श्री निताय गौर प्रेमानंदे, हरि हरि बोल। जय श्री राधे। ओम वृंदाय तुलसी देव्याय प्रियाय केशवस्य च कृष्ण भक्ति प्रददेवी सत्यवत्याय नमो नमः। वंशाकल्पतरुश्च कृपा सिन्धुभैव च पतितानं पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः।
Dandavat pranams, dear devotees. Wow, we had an extra long reading today, but so many of you stayed till the very end. Wow, I see. Thank you. So thanks for staying for this long reading. And yeah, Dandavat pranams. What were you going to say, Kisha?
Oh, I heard this story about Srila Vikram Goswami Maharaj and Madhva Maharaj. That
Yeah.
Sripad Madhva Maharaj asked him once, like, why is it that you're always arguing with Gurudev? Like every time like Gurudev speaks such high class Harikatha, why are you always arguing with him? And he says that Srila Vikram Goswami Maharaj just looked at him, like he just looked at Madhva Maharaj like as if he was like from another planet. And Trivikram Maharaj just had a really confused look on his face regarding Madhva Maharaj's question. And then Srila Trivikram Maharaj said, you know, I used to think you were very intelligent, but now I'm seeing that you're a fool. And Srila Trivikram Goswami Maharaj said, listen, if you have a beehive, you can get some honey out of it. But if you have a stick and you whack the beehive, think about how much honey you're gonna get out.
Wow, that explains it perfectly. Yeah, because Srila Vāmana Gosvāmī Mahārāja, Srila Trivikram Goswami Mahārāja, he was sometimes so like opposed to everything that Gurudev would say that people, like, I know people who have big issues, like some of my god brothers and god sisters have big issues with Srila Trivikram Goswami Mahārāja. Like they weren't able to understand what he was doing, how he was hitting the beehive, getting the honey to fall out, and they would think he like, why is he always doing that? And like, yeah, he had a lot of people opposing him like that.
No, I heard one.
What? Sorry.
Oh, I heard one story one time that Gurudev was saying that the topmost gopi is Srimati Radhika, and then Trivikram Maharaj said, actually, it's Chandravali.
Yeah, one time, like Gurudev spoke in, it was during Kartik time, and I think it was Kartik time, and Gurudev spoke, and then after Gurudev spoke, Gurudev had to go somewhere, and so then Srila Trivikram Goswami Maharaj spoke after him, and when Srila Trivikram Goswami Maharaj was doing his Mangalacharan, he had his eyes closed the whole time, and when he opens them up, he saw that half the audience had left, with Srila Gurudev, and then Srila Trivikram Goswami Maharaj said, "All the gopis have left." So he said something like that. Now all the gopis have left, and it's now time for me to give Harikatha or something like that. Yeah, he was always, yeah.
I think Gurudev said something like Trivikram Maharaj is the anchor. He's like, in the sense that he keeps us still focused on the tattva, something like that. He doesn't let us I forgot what the words
You said the anchor.
used. Yeah.
Okay.
Gurudev
Okay.
said that Trivikram Maharaj is like the anchor. So he keeps us with the tattva. He keeps us remembering the tattva, so we don't become like Prakrit Sahajiya like that.
Yeah, and if you see in every single issue of the Rays of the Harmonists, you'll see Srila Trivikram Goswami Maharaj's articles. They are so beautifully written. He really was like very poetic, but they are also very cutting, like cut out any kind of bull crap that you might have, any kind of, any kind of duplicity or anything. Like they're very helpful to read his articles, just for being serious and honest in spiritual life. They're essential, and they're kind of like what prepares us for being able to enter into more high topics. Like if you don't go through Srila Trivikram Goswami Maharaj's writings, there's a lot of danger of taking things cheaply, and they're very very helpful. All right, so I am going to thank you so much for staying, everybody. Raseshwari Mataji, Dandavat Pranams, Karuna Didi, Prajumna Prabhu, Mantramurti Mataji, Vidyalalasa Didi, Rukmini Didi, and I see many others there, but there aren't comments, so I don't know who you are. And Narihari Prabhu, Bhavatarani Mataji, Kishore Krishna Prabhu, and Seline Jagbandhan, and Shubhananda Prabhu. Dandavat Pranams to all of you. I'll see you all tomorrow for, maybe I'll go live again this evening to read, but I'm not going to guarantee anything in case I go to a program somewhere. But tomorrow is a very big day. It is the disappearance day of Śrīla Bhaktivedānta Swami Prabhupada. So we're going to have a big program in Gopinath Bhavan tomorrow, but luckily the program starts at 9:30, so I'll still be able to do our morning reading. And I don't know what we're going to read yet. If anybody has any suggestions, you can let me know. I mean, there's an article, I've read it already a couple times though, but there's an article that Śrīla Prabhupada wrote that I love, absolutely love, called Karunaya Vatirna Kalo. So I was thinking maybe we could read that, but if there's anything else that anybody suggests, let me know. And I'll see you all tomorrow. Haribol. Dandavat Pranams.
Dandavat Pranams, Prabhu. We come in today to Gopinath Bhavan. We'll be there this evening.
Great. So you'll be there for your Guru Maharaj's festival tomorrow morning.
Yes. I'll try to participate somehow. I'm still not able to stand or sit too long, but I'll do something.
Okay. All right.